So eager to die. So eager to be shredded.
Out of the 7 seasons that I've been working the Haunt, I've been him for 6 of those seasons. And he's also jumped across 2 different scare zones, so that's pretty cool to think about too. Vlad originates from another world. Not like another planet or, another dimension entirely, but more like an alternate universe of this world where all kinds of dark evil creatures, ghouls, vampires, werewolves are very much real. And Vlad and his legion have had to battle a lot of those creatures.
Humanity will fall
and the most of which or the infamous one, was this black magic cult that warred with his legion for quite some time. They were obsessed with the use of dark magic, and that eventually would lead to the undoing of Vlad's world. But somehow, Vlad and his legion survived, and that's where the Overlord found him, and offered him sanctuary in Feeding Frenzy. Basically, when I looked for inspiration for my character, I thought of just about everything in retrospect to deal with both traditional and modern views on folklore of vampires in general. And I also just really thought about all of the classic movie characters that are known throughout horror films. That's where a lot of my inspiration comes from, just the way they are. And that's how I put forth my character when I do what I do out in the maze. Nefarious was once a vampire under Vlad's command, a very strong one at that. But on one fateful night, he resurrected an ancient breed of monster called Carowinds. And in resurrecting this creature, he became a hybrid between that and the vampire that he already is, transforming himself and his bride into very powerful creatures. And upon doing so, they try to seize control of Vlad's legion and start a new breed of vampire for themselves. So ever since then, they've just kind of had a very vicious blood feud between one another. It eventually led to the destruction of Feeding Frenzy itself. They say a king is nobody without his people, and going back to just how well responded the character has been, I feel like I owe it to a lot of people, the way they keep me going, especially the guys in the vampire maze. You know who you are, but it's been the same core group of friends for me for a very long time now, almost half a decade. And I feel like without them, I couldn't pull this thing off. I'd be just one guy. So having them at my side, having them, get my back, it's been great.
Who's gonna be my next meal?
I really think that my favorite part is just how well response the character has been. I mean, I go everywhere and people know who I am as the character. I didn't think it would get anywhere being who I was when I first started working here, but now here I am, right? I feel like I'm really fortunate to just come back doing this year after year, and that the park has me as the same guy, just because they like it so much too. The one thing about it that I love the most is that really throughout my life, I've never felt great or exceptionally good at things, but once I started doing this guy and the way he just took off and how well everybody liked him, it's just, for the first time I felt like I was really good at something. And winning the Serial Killer Award twice was a real honor. The way that everybody dislikes him is what gives me the inspiration to keep doing it.
Living here tonight, you'll drink the blood of 1,000 innocent humans.
up his nose.
Look up. I don't want to go. Oh, no. Ew. There's Bones, the voodoo warrior. Ooh, that was good. That was a good one. That's a good scare face.
My first year of Carowinds, I was in Silver Scream Cinema, and ironically, I was a werewolf there.
Leroy.